Hi, everybody. Stacy Bartel here from OBS Financial. Hey, first of all, I just want to say welcome back. You know what? It's been a tough year since March 15th, March 18th of last year with COVID. You know, we haven't seen a lot of people from last year yet. We were hoping it was going to be over by 2021, and here we are back in the red zone still, and nothing really much is changing. Uh, with that, we've been having a ton of phone calls. We're getting a lot of people phoning and asking the questions. So, and you know what? And I do apologize. I should have had this newsletter out sooner. We've been extremely busy. But today, what I'm going to do is we're just kind of introducing our newsletter and explaining to you what all you'll be able to find in this series of videos. So this year, we decided to do our newsletter via video, which means that in the email you're going to have a little bit of text, but mostly everything's coming through the videos. In the videos, there's a number of them here. Our first one after the introduction is going to be our office protocols. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to discuss how we have to work in a virtual office again this year and kind of go over the COVID protocols and what to expect for our clients in interacting with us this year. Last year we created the virtual office online. We had where you can upload, you can fill out your registration form, upload and submit all your documents. This year we've kind of stepped up our game. We're testing it right now. It should be ready to go within the next week to 10 days. And what it is we've released a new app, and it's called the One-to-One Mobile and Web Tax app. And from this app, you're going to be able to do everything. You're going to be able to download it. There's no cost to it. You'll be able to download it. You'll be able to answer some questions, so make sure that we're getting you the most amount of money back on your tax returns. You're going to be able to take pictures of all of your tax slips right from the app. You're going to be able to enter in all of your tax expenses and receipts so that we know exactly what's happening. Everything's going to get submitted to us electronically. Right, we're going to do your tax return. We're going to do a video review. You're going to sign everything through it, and you're going to get all copies of your tax returns here. It's something we're extremely excited about. We got a short video that kind of introduces it a little bit, and then we'll be sending out more or less some how-to videos on it over the next week or so, just going over how to open it up, how to register, how to do everything. So, you're going to see more videos from us to try and make your tax season easier. We have another video. It's called What's New in 2021, and this one isn't really talking about the new tax credits because outside of two different major changes, there weren't a lot of changes to the tax year, but we have some issues that we need to look at with the amount of benefits that Canadians received last year, and with the amount of late filing that took place last year. Revenue Canada, which has not yet announced that they will be extending the tax filing deadline at all, and from everything I hear, there is no intention of it. So it's going to be more and more important to have your taxes filed on time. The tax filing deadline last year, and this is where it gets confusing, was moved to May 31st. However, the government chose to not impose any penalties if you were late, if you filed prior to September 30th. However, that still puts you on the progressive late filing if you filed after May 30th, and the penalties can be as high as 10 or 20% for filing your tax return a day late. So we have a video that explains about that. We're also, in that video, we're also going to discuss about audit proofing, what you need to do, because with the amount of money the government spent, we know that they're going to be coming up after us taxpayers through the form of audits and reviews to get that money back. So you know what, we've got a little segment done up there. We want to just make sure everybody's aware of and things that we need to do to protect ourselves, right? With late filing, penalties, taxes owing, and that sort of thing. Now, after that, we do have 3 videos. This is kind of the bread and butter, what people want to look at. And the first one, which is the most questions that we're having, is about home expenses. How are you going to claim your home expenses? You had to work from home. What do you get to claim? Well, the government's given us 2 different options, and we've done a video explaining what the 2 different options are, what the benefits are of one over the other. And at the end of the day, we're going to help you figure it out. That's what we're here for. We're going to get you to get all the information to us. We will calculate which is the best way to do it, and then we will do your tax return accordingly to make sure that you get you pay the least amount of tax possible. We have another segment that's on transportation and meal expenses for transportation employees, truck drivers, pilots. Mind you, there weren't a lot of pilots flying last year. There were some. I don't want no offense to any of the other pilots, but the air industry kind of took a hit. But transportation, railway employees, and mostly truck drivers, there were a lot of changes in their allowable meal expenses and everything they're allowed to do. So we've done a special video on that, explaining the benefits and what all happened there. And we also did another video on the RSP home buyers plan and the lifelong learning plan. Now, here's the reason we did it. In the past couple of years, we've been talking to, a lot of people about mortgages through our internal connections, and, younger people about how you can use RSPs to help you come up with the huge down payments you need on mortgages. And that's all fantastic. But more so than ever this year, one of the biggest things that are facing Canadians is their employment and the job market. A lot of people lost jobs last year. The retail market got hit, the restaurant market got hit, and some people are looking for ways to find better jobs and new types of jobs. The world has changed. Some jobs that existed before don't exist now, but new jobs are coming in, which means what? Which means education. The government of Canada has some things in there to help people access money in their tax deferred RSPs to pull out to help them go back to school, to learn some things. And it's not just to pay for the tuition, but it's to pay for, for some of your costs while you're in school and you can't work. So if you're looking at going back to school, check out this video, because we talk about, how you can access up to $40,000 per family to go back to school and to pay for your living expenses while you're in school by taking advantage of the tax deferral break that they give you. So take a look at that video. Now, the next couple of slides, so that's kind of what you can expect for the rest of the videos. I do have 3 slides I quickly want to go over. One's going to be talking about how to communicate with us this year. Questions, concerns, comments. What's the best way to get a hold of me? Because I am not the easiest person to get a hold of, especially when I have as many clients as we do and as much time as it takes me to make sure we do good quality work on what we're doing. I don't have time to answer the phones. So I'm going to talk to you about our process and what we can do to kind of eliminate that. I'm going to let you know what our tax season hours are, right? So our tax season, we always extend our hours. This year, we're not extending our hours as much. We'll be working, but we've decided we're going to be closing the doors to try and keep some of the, not having our admin people work till 8 or 9 o'clock so that we can focus on getting the tax returns done. Then at the same time, we've had a lot of calls about if we're doing everything virtually online. Last year, we were only accepting e-transfers. People were looking for other options. So I'm going to talk to you about what options we've come up with this year. So let's take a look at the last 3 really quickly. Now, questions, concerns, or comments. Okay. If you have any questions or concerns and you want to get a hold of us, want to find out some things about your tax returns, number one, make sure you check out the videos, because the videos I've done will answer probably half of the phone calls that we're getting in right now. Due to the nature of our business at Tax Time, it's not always possible to get a hold of me by phone. Now, even though I'm not taking appointments with people face to face like I have in the past, it doesn't mean that I'm not working. I still need to keep concentrating on the work that I'm doing. Income tax isn't something that I can just pick up the phone in the middle and do a tax return while I'm talking to somebody. I need to make sure that I'm focused on the client and the individual and what I'm doing in order to make sure that I give you the quality that you deserve. So when I'm busy working, I don't take calls, right? And I'm also spending a lot more time doing videos. I'm spending a lot more time in web meetings. And I think I'm actually spending more time talking to people in a web-based environment than I ever did as a person-to-person environment. Now, the best way to get a hold of me, if you have questions or concerns, the absolute best way is to email me first, right? Be as detailed as possible in the emails, and we will get back to you. If it's not me, my staff will talk to me about it. If my staff can answer it, they will, or they'll talk to me about it and I will get them to reply to you, or I will, right? If you want to email us at forms@obstax.com. If you email Stacy's not going to look at his email box for probably 4 or 5 days, but I have 3 staff members that oversee that forms box, and they will make sure that I'm looking at things on a regular basis. Now, if the email is too complex or the questions are too complex, we're going to ask you to send in an email, and we will arrange to do a consultation appointment. Now, the consultation appointments are outside of your tax appointments, right? And we'll schedule them, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever you feel that it's going to take, and then this way I have time to talk to you. But we are going to have to do that, because I can't just take phone calls. Otherwise, unfortunately, I'm not going to get anything done all day. Now, if email doesn't work for you or whatever else, as a last ditch effort, you can send us, right? Give us a call, talk to my staff, leave a detailed message. Again, you're not going to get through to me if I'm busy doing a video like this. This is the middle of the afternoon. You don't hear people knocking on my door, and I can hear the phone ringing in the background. So, My staff know to leave me alone so I can focus on my clients like I always have. So you can leave a message with them, and again, if it becomes, they'll either get back to you, I'll get back to you, or if it's too complex, we'll end up having to do another consultation in order to cover some of the stuff that's happening. Please, 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 as always, my staff are able to answer probably 95% of the questions that come in. I have 2 more staff members that are trained on income tax this year. They're going to be better able to answer some of these questions, and they know what not to answer and what to make sure they get clarification from me. So please make sure that you're utilizing Carson and Candace when it comes to dealing with the income taxes, and they'll be more than happy to try and answer your questions. Or like I said, if it's too complicated, they'll bring me in to make sure that you get the right answer. All right, let's take a look at our office hours this year. So starting this Thursday, our office will be open from 10 a.m. till 7 o'clock p.m. That's when we will be open to the public. Friday from 10 till 5:30 and Saturday 10 till 2. But we are by appointment only. We are not allowing drop-ins. We are not we are doing things by appointments. Even drop-offs and pickups, we want it scheduled. We can't have, you'll see when it comes to the office protocols, we just about got shut down for 2 weeks from Manitoba Health, and we can't afford to be shut down over the next 2 months. So we're really tightening up our protocols to make sure that we can stay in business and help everybody out. I can't get your taxes done if we're not allowed to come to work. So that's kind of where we're at. But we will be able to take appointments for drop-offs, pickups, Saturdays from 10 till 2 o'clock. You may see our vehicles here a lot more, but again, in order to make sure that we're doing what we need to do for our clients, the doors are going to end up being locked. I really don't like shutting down and being unavailable to you guys, but my goodness, it's, with what we went through in the last couple of weeks, I can't go through that, and I can't put clients through that, because with the new protocols and the templates on close exposure, you come in, if somebody was in my office, before that, and we go under COVID protocol, you could be off for 2 weeks, and we don't want to affect you or your family as well. So anyways, that's kind of the scoop there with our office hours. Last but not least, payment methods. Hey, look, you know what? Last year we took e-transfer. We're still going to take e-transfer this year. We are enabling our system that when we invoice you, we'll be invoicing you through QuickBooks Online, and you'll be able to pay by Visa or MasterCard directly from online. So you're going to get the email. There'll be a little icon at the bottom that says pay your invoice. You're going to click on pay your invoice, put in your credit card. You'll be able to pay that way. Or if you need, when you're coming in to pick up your tax returns, you will, in person, will accept cash like we always do, right? The one thing that we will not do is we will not accept Visa or MasterCard over the phone. Unfortunately, we can't do that due to the security measures of everything going on these days. We have done that in the past, and we've been, we've had problems collecting on that, and quite frankly, it's cost us money. So we will not do anything through the phone. Everything needs to be done in the 3 methods we talked about. Anyways, I hope I didn't sound too harsh. I hope you guys understand. I'm really not looking to upset anybody, change the way we do things. I love sitting down and talking to you guys at tax time in my office. I missed it last year. I'm going to miss it again this year, but it's things that we have to do in the environment. So thanks for paying attention. Thanks for sticking with us through this period of time. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos and learn something. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, and I look forward to at least talking to you or emailing with you back and forth throughout tax season. Have yourself a great day. We'll talk soon.